Hey yo, how's it going, boys? What is up? Source back once again for the other Nightmare 150 Guild War thing that we are suffering in. Those kind of stuff. So the TLDR of this, if you do not have leech, you're going to suffer. That seems to be like the thing. The bottom line is if you do not have Halloween leech, you're absolutely going to suffer. Yeah. But I mean, you can technically do without her, but it's gonna be a lot slower. It's gonna be a lot slower. You can still do it. I tried it, but it's the requirement is still fucking high though. Even without it. So I think I'll just show the one that I think is consistent without the leech. So obviously I'm Magna, right? I can't play what's that? I can't play Zeph in any way. I mean there are some setups I seen on like the social media and shit. I could potentially do it, but I do not want to waste like at least 6 bars or some shit into it and like 3 sunstones or something to my Zeph, something like that. Yeah, I don't want to do that, so I'm not doing it. I'm sticking with Magna. But there's one thing I did though, which is this thing, the Judgment Harp, the Judgment's Evoker Harp. I did max it out just for this, and turns out that's actually the play. So yeah, the requirement is still pretty darn high, just because as you can see, like I'm pretty sure you see these every fucking where. If you want to do it at a relatively decent pace, you want this too. This too seems to be very, very mandatory. This two right here. It will make your life so much easier. Yeah. If you do not have her, then maybe you want to use like Summon Shion or something from what I've seen. Yeah. Summon Shion. But this guy is impossible to remove. Unfortunately, he's super hard to be removed. You definitely want this guy if you want to like make your life easier, like have like consistent clears kind of shit. But yeah. So for this, obviously, since I have that, I'm just slotting that guy in, and yeah, having this is like super helpful. So I'm using like 3 spoons, 1 harp, and this thing, and Iatro Mantis with the Xeno Spear, and Opus thingy, and oops, the thing is not that bad. This one is just stamina, if you're wondering. So that's just stamina, blah blah blah. Same thing. The AX is like nothing either. I don't think it really matters, to be honest, so just ignore that. Summons is like the typical, honestly. Just yeah, this Babu Belial, the two Arcarum summons, and this one you can technically ignore because this doesn't really do anything because I'm not playing crests or whatever shit. I was trying like summer. I mean not summer. I was trying like normal Tiamat, full limit break kind of thing. It's it's doable, but it's slow as shit. It's just really slow, like 6 minutes plus or something. But you can still get it done. Yeah, it looks quite safe. I don't think you'll die. It's just that I think it's just sometimes it's like, because the problem with this raid is like it's one of those times where if you're prolonging the raid for too long, it can be a really bad thing. You don't really want to have the raid last for a little bit too long, because you want to get that shit over with as fast as you can, and hopefully your characters don't die in the process, kind of thing. But yeah, so this one is kind of okay. I think I tested it without this and it still somewhat works as well, but because Magna, we have problem with all those sustain and shit, but having this seems to help quite a bit for me. And the clear time for this is like 5 minutes ish, like 5.5 minutes. Maybe the most was like 5, close to 6 minutes, but it was definitely below 6 minutes. So I guess that's fine, right? It's not that bad. It's not like 10 minutes slow kind of thing, but yeah, it's still something, right? So the skills is the I mean honestly I'm not even sure miss is even needed, to be honest. I just left it there because somehow it actually lines up properly. So I'm just using this and the double veil thing, because this is the normal veil thing. This is also the other veil thing, but this does the the auto trigger whenever there's a special attack or whatever, right? And then he heals as well, so that's pretty handy, right? Okay, EMP, I don't think I did anything to it. No, look, I even have fucking water attack up. If you want, you can just switch to wind attack up and earth and defend up or whatever if you want to. I didn't really change that shit, but the rest of it is kind of the same old thing. Yeah, just heal, chambers, cap, whatever, defense, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Yeah, it kind of worked out. Also, yeah, without further ado, I guess let's hope this doesn't fuck up somehow. I used the wrong team, my bad. I'm just gonna retreat. It's okay. It's fine. I have way too much fucking meat anyway. It's fine. It's fine. That was like my the setup I'm going with. That's with leech. Okay, we are not doing that now. We'll do that later, not now. Okay, we are doing this first. Okay. It's fine. It's just 20 meat, man. It's fine, dude. Alright, so yes. The reason why you want this one is just really nice, in my opinion, is just because I just find Enyo just so good against this boss. Just the pure fact that this boss has 10,000 fucking buffs to himself, right? So he has so many buffs, right? And then if you have Sleepy Potato dispelling it every time too, you're essentially just auto-nuking like crazy. So it just works, right? Basically, it's just really not much else for me to say. The other one, which I'll probably show later with the leech one, is way better because it clears in like 4 minutes or whatever. I don't think it hit 5 minutes yet, but yeah, it's like 4 minutes plus right now. I think the fastest was like 4:15. I think 4:15. Average is like 4:30 or something, but yeah. That is for having leech, and that seems to be like the case. I think even like the other setups I've seen with like Zeph or whatever, like all the leech clears is like you can actually go below like 3 minutes or something. I mean, go below 4 minutes or whatever. So yeah, it's just from what I've seen, like so many people sharing their shit, it's just really just leech shit, and it's really sad that you need that shit. I mean, thankfully I have it, but it really sucks for everyone else, right? Because this boss has very stupid, as you can see, like the first trigger already he gets for some reason light attack up, I mean light echo, and he gets extra defense up, which is fucking annoying as a Magna player, right? Because you know, sometimes, as you can see, my damage is fucking inconsistent. You know, you saw Neo just did like no damage there, but yeah, that's one of the main issues like being a Magna player. The damage can be very inconsistent, but yeah, this, I mean, I tested like 4 runs of this already and it seems to work, so I guess it's okay. I mean, in comparison to some people, I'm not sure why that they decided to put like the auxiliary weapon as like a stick instead, because I've seen some people sharing it, which is, to me, is cringe as hell. Like they were using spear and staff, which is the bonus out of that is you're getting RNG clears, which is really bad. Like relying on RNG to get your clears done, and when you want to do this like almost, I don't know, as much as you can the entire day kind of thing, which is probably one of the stupidest thing I could ever seen, you know? Especially just realize, oh, it's gonna work, dude. Yeah. You don't want that, dude. It's like, especially when it comes to Guild War, right? You want to be at least consistent. Even though your times may be a bit slower than some others, you want it to always be consistent, no matter what. Doesn't matter. You want to be as consistent as you can, not relying on some shit. You know, like even characters that has dodge, right? For example, take I forgot the fucker's name. Randall, yes. Randall is another prime example of that, because I think I've seen people try to run that guy and it seems to work for them, but I mean, I can kind of see someone working, but I didn't really like the whole idea of using that guy, because that guy is really just reliant on fucking dodge sometimes, you know? I just can't, you know? It's like, so I just don't think that's a good idea at all. So it's like, it's really a big no-no for me. That's why, in my opinion, when it comes to like that kind of scenario, right? if you're using Iatro Mantis, you either just go double stick, which is still okay in my opinion, or you go double spear. But to me, I prefer go double spear because at least it's like, if in worst case scenario, at least MC is consistently just all day just triple attack, and at least have an echo out of that. So at least there's some sort of DPS there, right? If your MC is able to attack, because you know this boss has like annoying ass shit going on, which is the 35 trigger. He does the stone thing, and then later on he does the charm and the blind thing. It's annoying as hell, but yeah, it kind of lines up as you can see, so I'm still fine. It just heals just fine. I have my veil up and shit. But this one I'll probably get charmed, but it's not that bad in my opinion because perfect timing. See, very nice. Perfect. See, very good. Everything is calculated. Actually, I didn't calculate that. It just somehow is. I just randomly try that shit out. It seems to be working. So, and somehow it lines up nicely. So I just say fuck it, right? See, I'm still super healthy. Honestly, this doesn't happen all the time. I just want to point that out too, by the way. This kind of I would say is actually really good RNG, but the worst ones I saw out of like the 5 runs or whatever, 4 or 5 runs I did, the most I've seen, I think the lowest I think I've seen some of my character go is like around 40% HP or something, which is honestly not that bad to be honest. So yeah, it works, right? 5 minutes clear or some shit. I think this one is like 6 minutes or something, alright? Yeah. But hey, it works. I'm healthy as fuck. I'm not dying and shit. So no leech is required, right? But yeah, you need Neo for that though, sadly. Oh, I mean, it's 5 minutes. It's not 6 minutes yet. It's still 5 minutes, right? It still works. Yeah, so unfortunately, that's how it is. It's like, at this point, right, if you have problems clearing 150 or whatever, just do 9-100. Yeah, if it's too hard for you, just do 9-100. There's really no shame in that, seriously. It's like, especially if you're like one of the weaker sides, just go to the lower difficulty. It's like, there's no shame in that, man. There's no shame in that. Like, just do, because end of the day, right, Guild War is all about, you need to do as much as you can. So if you can consistently clear something that is on the lower difficulty or whatever, if you can just consistently clear that shit, just do that, right? It's honestly just, it's way better just able to just keep clearing over and over again, because it's a marathon. You just gotta clear, not just I'm gonna zoom and then somehow die in the middle and shit, and then just have like, yeah, very inconsistent runs here and there. You don't want that. Okay, so this is my non-leech setup. But if you want my leech setup, which is the 4 minutes each clear, is I'm using this exact same one. It's just that my MC I tried with Iatro Mantis as well, which I think I probably might need to do that for Nightmare 200. Who knows? But for now, I'm just using Relic Buster because it kind of works anyway. So and it seems to be faster, so I'm just sticking with it. Fuck it, right? This is actually like the setup I remember had this fucking around during the when I got leech or something earlier last month. So you can also kind of see that like when I was playing that around. But yeah, somewhat similar setup as the other one, that is the non-leech one. But since I already barred this, I just use this. Technically speaking, you don't really need this. if you do have leech, right? If you have leech, like me, you technically don't need this. It kind of helps in a way because I tried without this and it seems to be a little bit slower, but it's still more or less the same. So it's not that big of a deal. I tried like what the fuck did I try? Let me see. What was I using? I think I was using this, or even this as well. Kind of works. Really up to you. The Code Geass weapon, whatever it's called, Varys, was it? Yeah, I think it's Varus or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that one works. You can just use whatever you want. The rest is technically the same. I am using Ultima though. This Ultima doesn't really fucking matter. I'm literally using this just so I can get another one, which is the Ogi cap. Because this is skill cap, and I actually want Ogi cap as well, and it seems to work out, so it's like, yeah, fuck it. And this is the you know, the seraphic thing in a way, if you didn't know that. If you ULB it, this is a better seraphic, so that's why. But yeah, I'm using Katana because I already have that at Ogi cap, so I didn't really want to change it, and because none of my characters are none of my characters are Katana, so it doesn't really freaking matter, because you know MC is sword and gun, right? So yeah, anyway, the sub skills, I'm using the armored one, and then mist again, and then limit burst. Seems to work, so I just use that. So the backline is somewhat the same. Because you're using leech, you definitely want this guy as well, because this guy can kind of help you get some extra shit when you're debuffed or whatever. So yeah, it helps, right? Yeah, so that's really about it. I did have like some stamina thing, if you're wondering, on my beaks, because you don't really technically need beaks on the other setup in a way. Like this setup, technically you don't really need beaks, because you technically only need the skill cap rather. But yeah, I only have 50% because I only have that shit. If you can actually somehow slot in more skill cap, sure, by all means. But I kind of use this just for like, in case shit happens. You could probably remove one of this for like, even just put 2 harps and 2 spoons or whatever, and that probably will still work. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm using for my Rise to the Beast. God damn it, chat. I saw the word Rise to the Beast in chat and I decided to fucking say that too. I do not know why. But so this is the one that I'm using for Relic Buster. Yeah, my Relic Buster setup with Leech. Yeah, it works. That I honestly think this only works in Nightmare 150, simply because that I don't think this can survive the Nightmare 200, because Nightmare 200 just hits so fucking hard, right? It's very likely to hit super hard, so I don't think that would really be a good idea. So the beauty of this, right? Honestly, I think the main true beauty of this setup is that even though because this has only Veil from MC, right? And then obviously it's not really gonna allow you to line up every single thing, because you know this part here can be a bit too close to each other for you to like consistently regain that set Veil from MC, right? But the real beauty of this is that the main damage does not come from your autos, Ogis, nothing. Nah, man. This comes from the end of the turn. See, this is the reason why I kind of suggest, if you want, you just go watch the previous video I had for like when I was testing with Leech. This was so good because this boss buffs himself to oblivion. You just going just nukes after nukes, because you're just dispelling all fucking day. You just keep going non-stop, man. It's so fun to look at. It's like, even though you're just stunned, as like, you know, just dead there, because you know you're fucking stoned and charmed or whatever shit. Because you know you're looking at his big ass abs, and you go like, holy fuck, you know, that kind of shit. Anyway. So yeah, it's like you just not do it. You can't do anything. Your characters can't do shit, and then yeah, you're just doing that. You're just nuking at the end of turn, like you just saw a moment ago. Yeah. All right. I think that's all I'm really here. I mean, that's all I can say, to be honest, for this one. But yeah, on the other note, I guess you just watch, I guess. Né? It's like a turn faster or so, but sometimes it's like the same anyway. I don't think it really matters though. I actually thought that the Judgment Hub dot was quite painful, but it turns out it wasn't really that painful. I really thought it was a lot higher, but it's like 500 to 400 to 500 fucking HP. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm always healing through that anyway, so it's... Now even Birdcoon is here to say, hey, agree with me too, right, or something. From what I recall, this does somewhat line up with Leech's debuffs though, so it's actually not that bad. Neo 150. I didn't want to do that for this setup because this. That's what you want. That's why this is the team for that. You want that shit to appear. And you see, for some reason, I can actually line up my my veil for this particular stoned debuffs. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So this is not really that consistent, but I can assure you it's still it's very consistent clear anyway. Because you still do that. And then again. 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 You just hear it and you're going crazy. It's quite fun watching this. See, just seeing Anyo just popping off. Alright, I'm charmed. I'm probably not gonna attack unless I have good RNG, but I don't think it really matters though, because once again, yeah, I see I'm still somewhat healthy as well, so there, clear. This is a clear. And it should be dead, right? The nuke should kill it anyway. If I still get charmed, the nuke should kill it. Okay, never mind. I guess I got lucky with the charm thing, I suppose. Done. See, he's good, right? That's why. You don't give a damn about these spells, nothing, because none of that really matters. That's the real beauty, is like, you get this buff, fuck it, man. You're just, your damage comes from the end of turn bullshit. You just ignore everything else. But yeah, the real requirement is you needing leech. That itself is already a very fucking high bar, so yeah. Because that only happens if you luck shit the previous banner like I did. I mean the last two banners like I did. Or you sparked the said character, right? Yeah, or I don't know if you're one of those people that zero ticks her, then yeah, same shit I guess. But yeah, that's it. That's what it is. So see, 429, pretty nice. And then the one before is the 451. I think the other one I did before is a little bit on the worst RNG side, but it's still lesser than 5 minutes, so it's still good. Alright, 437. Yeah, 428. So it's okay. It's still usually within the 4 minutes mark. So it's all good. Then for this one, it's still 5 minutes plus. Yeah, so it's good. Alright, so that's all I have for you on this setting. Like I said, there's no shame if you can clear 150. If it's too hard for you, especially for full auto and stuff, it's okay. Because honestly, this boss is a real piece of shit. The amount of buffs he has, the amount of dispels he's putting on your ass or whatever. If you do not have Neo, yeah, all those kind of stuff is a real pain in the ass. Especially if your grid is not really up to par. All that annoying ass stuff to deal with. Yeah, but it is what it is, right? This end of the day is like, it's only for if you really want to push. It's like you have to be, well, close to the end game or whatever. Else you just cry. Oh no, you don't have to cry. You know why? You don't have to play this game. You know what you can do? Instead of playing this game, you can play God of War, because God of War is a great game. Alright, I'm going to play that right now, so fuck this game. Alright. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Alright, cool. Bye bye.